So the last leg of the regular season in the World Rugby Sevens is just about to take place. It is the Singapore Sevens, and this is the last opportunity for these sides to get those extra points before heading into the finals that are taking place at the end of May. But in this preview, we'll be looking through at the Fijian squad, their key players to watch out for, also their upcoming fixtures, and then a prediction at the end of how far we think Fiji will go in this competition. But looking through first of all at the squad that the Fijians have selected, pretty similar to what we did see in the last leg, which of course was the Hong Kong Sevens. Fiji doing decently in the end, but still finishing about that midway through in terms of the overall rankings. But looking through, Josefa Talatholo, Viliami Naikausa, Manueli Maisamoa, Sivu Mothinothangi, Rubeni Kabu, Filippo Bukayaro, Tario Vailawa, who we didn't actually see in action for the Hong Kong Sevens, Vatimo Ravovo, Ioani Teba, Kiminelli Rasaku, Georgi Nasova, Ropati Riri, also Felipe Satoranga, and Ponipati Loganamasi. So a strong squad for the Fijians. Not too many changes like I mentioned, but the thing that seems to be hurting the Fijians at the moment is that team chemistry. There are times when they are on the same page, and there are times that they're reading a completely different book. And this is one of those legs that you want to find as much form as you can before that last final leg that is taking place in the near future. But looking through at that squad, in terms of who the key players are, of course, if Taria Vailawa is going to be playing in this competition, he is certainly one to watch out for. I think that Ponipati Loganamasi, he's a player who didn't quite perform in the last league, but the previous before that, he has been very strong. Unfortunately, though, for the Fijians, they've just chosen the wrong games to lose, which then has hurt them big time when it comes to those playoff finals. And then another player to watch out for, I am going to go with Manueli Maisamoa. I do hope to see plenty of minutes under his belt throughout this Singapore Sevens. But looking through at the upcoming fixtures for the Fijians, they are a part of Pool C, which does put them alongside the USA, Great Britain, as well as Ireland. So a pretty tough group overall. All of those sides, you could argue, have a good day and a bad day, and they all have the potential of beating each other in this group. It's just a question of who is actually going to get themselves the points that are available. But the first game for the Fijians, it will be taking place on Friday at 5:14 p.m. New Zealand time. Now, we are going to be covering these games on the channel, so be sure to check that out. But that is up against the USA. So not an easy game to start with. USA currently sitting in 8th. They are just above the relegation zone. So they will definitely want to stay there, if not climb a little bit further. And that is why they'll need a massive performance throughout the Singapore Sevens. Their next game is up against Great Britain. That is at 10:30 p.m. on Friday night. They are in 9th at the moment. So they are actually in the relegation zone. Couple big wins here for GB. They could find themselves getting out of that hole. And then the last game, it is going to be up against the Irish. That is on Saturday at 5:37 p.m. New Zealand time. Should be a fantastic way to close out the group. If they can win that game, the Irish are sitting one above them in the overall standings. So it could mean Fiji have a decent chance finishing second in the overall table. But now we are up to that stage of giving a prediction of how far we think this Fijian side can go throughout the Singapore Sevens. Now, their last 3 results have not quite been what they want them to be. So pretty much, if you get yourself bronze, you get 16 points. If you get silver, you get 18. And then you get yourself 20 if you do finish in first. Whereas Fiji, for their points in the last few legs, they got 12. Then the league prior, they got 10. Then the league prior to that, they got 10 as well. 14, 16. Cape Town was actually their last bronze medal, and that was a long time ago. So they want to get in the top 3. They've got the potential with this squad. They just need to make sure they're winning those important games. I'm going to say Fiji get themselves the bronze here in Singapore. Hopefully they're able to perform at the level that a lot of people know that they can. And the thing is, if they perform at that level, maybe a bronze medal isn't quite enough. Perhaps 1 or 2 could be where we see Fiji finish at the end of this league. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Like I mentioned earlier on, we are going to be doing the commentary for all of Fiji's games on the channel, so be sure to check those out. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and also let me know how you think Fiji will do throughout the Singapore Sevens competition. Can they do better than they did in Hong Kong? Or will we see them once again not quite reach that potential? But thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all for the next one.